Hello, my name is Adrian Stevens and I'm a Librivox volunteer. In a previous video we looked at the Librivox forum and explained some of the processes behind it, how it's managed and run and who does that. In this video we'll look at it from the perspective of a new volunteer, i.e. you, who want to read something. Well, what do I do? What process do I follow? Let's follow that process and explain what you need to do. So the first thing you need to do is get yourself a login on the forum. If I'm not logged in, I think there'll be a register link here. It's pretty obvious. So go and register. You could choose whatever username you like. People like me have got no imagination and we choose our names. So you're really keen and you want to read, say, some poetry. So we go into the Readers Wanted, Poetry and Prose. So we find some poetry that strikes our imagination, say some Kipling, and there are some instructions here, so how to claim a part, how it all works. To find a section to record, simply look at point 5 below at the sections. All the ones without names beside them are up for grabs. Click Post Reply at the top left of the screen, that's here. And tell us which section you would like to read, include the section number from the leftmost column. So say we want to read The Palace. We would put a post in here saying, hello, can I read section 18? But if you're new, you need to read the newbie guide first. So let's go to the newbie guide. This tells you how to get ready to record. So it talks about hardware. You need some kind of microphone. So I've got a Blue Yeti microphone, relatively expensive, but you can get perfectly acceptable recordings with a $15 microphone. And I've got another video that reviews different microphones and looks at the performance and listens to what they sound like. You need some means of recording it. Most of us use Audacity for recording, and it's also used for editing and noise reduction, which are things you'll need to. And then you get to do a test. It's called the 1 minute test. So let's get to that article. We record a 1 minute test. Set the volume level, testing, 1, 2, 3, a bit low. We'll fix that in a minute. Hit the record button. People were pleased to find that Peter Piper had picked a couple pages for Fable fans at Librivox... We would then note that we've got to change the volume. So we could select everything and amplify it until it looks the same as the picture above. I'll give it 9 dBs. There's a big spike at the beginning, perhaps a bit less than that. Anyway, this is probably about right. Now that might seem a bit hit and miss. There are actually more controlled ways of doing this. One is to use normalize in the effect menu. The other is to use a plugin called Replay Gain, and I have videos on how to do this. So having done this, we save this as a file. I'm not going to show how to do that. We upload it to the forum. There are details here about where to go. There's a link to follow. There are credentials to add. We select a particular meta coordinator. And once we've done that, we post the link into the Listeners Wanted tab. So let's go to Forum, Listeners Wanted. We post the 1 minute test. So let's listen to one of these. Let's look at them first. So this person has just posted the link. Quite often people will post a description of their hardware and ask for comments. So let's save this link onto my desktop and listen to it in Audacity. Shut that.
People were pleased to find that Peter Piper had picked a couple pages for Fable fans at Librivox. Thankful that this was Thursday the 30th, the Piper anticipated forum fun.
Okay, the person was... I could understand what the person was saying. I didn't particularly like the acoustic. There's quite a lot of hard echo in it. And I would also go and check the technical specs. So I've got the checker program up. I would passed with warnings. Says the volume is too loud. Okay, let's see what Phil replied. Hi, your test recording is correct tech specs, but it's too loud. Phil is asking the person to make another recording. Turn down the gain. Your voice is very nice and a great asset to be with us here. And I agree that anybody who can record clearly is an asset to the organisation. If the person had asked for feedback, I would have said, can you record in a more acoustically dead environment? But because they don't ask for feedback, I wouldn't say that. And that's one of the things about the forum. We try to not be at all critical, because basically we value the fact that people are giving up their time and resources to record towards the project's goals, which are to record all public domain texts. And we don't want to discourage people from contributing to the project for the sake of a little bit of background echo. Okay, so we have uploaded our test. We've had a response on the 1 minute test to say that it's okay. Okay, so this person, Stephen, has posted something. Trisha G has responded and said the volume's too low. The person, Stephen, has then modified it and updated, or at least uploaded an updated file. And Trisha G says, this is okay, I'm going to mark this off as okay. Stephen says thank you, and the title says okay in it, which means that this thread is now complete and this person has passed the test. So now you can post in the thread and say, hey, I'd like to read, for example, number 18. And so let's find an example. Here's somebody saying, hello, can I claim section 21? And then the book coordinator says, you've got it. So if we look in the magic window, we'll find that this person's name will be against section 21. Once they've done this, they will upload the file with the length in it, which is used in the index to say how long each downloadable section is, and then the proof listener will come along. So for example, here are some recordings I made, and then the proof listener has come along and said it's proof listen okay for these sections. If there's an error, they'll indicate the error and the person can re-record it and or at least record just part of it and upload an updated file. Let's try and find an example of that. So we're now in a work called The Conscious Lovers by Steele, and I have recorded parts for Bevel Jr., so I post them. I said they're ready for proof listening. The book coordinator says thank you. The proof listener is Kitty, username Kitty, the actual name Sonia, and she says Acts 1, 2 and 5 are okay. Act 4, you didn't understand what was meant by the aside, so you've read it wrongly. And so I I'd misunderstood the aside related to the previous text, not the following. Makes more sense the correct way around. Here's the corrected version. So I re-recorded a line and uploaded a modified version, and then Kitty comes in and says, yes, thank you, this is now PL OK. So I'm done with that part. And one of the skills that you will undoubtedly have to master is how to edit in Audacity. I have a separate video on that topic, but for short works like poems, you may get away with not needing it. Once you get the proof listen OK, you're done with that particular section, and you're free to go and find others. As a volunteer, it's up to you to choose how little or how much you do. I'm sure the other volunteers are very thankful for anything that you can contribute to the project. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.